right. I hope you're staying faithful. I hope you're staying obedient. I hope you're staying clean, and I hope you're staying satisfied. One thing I would say, based off of my personal experience, is enjoy the moment. That should be the hottest thing that you should be thinking of right now is the moment. See, around this time, I ponder a lot of Christmas episodes that I've had in my life, and I'm pondering on when I was a kid. I did this when I was in my 20s. I did this. This music was playing during that Christmas time. That music came out during this Christmas time. Oh, I heard this Christmas mix of music. I remember going to X amount house on Christmas, and I try to embed that into the now. And so I don't think that's right. I don't think God appreciates that. I think He wants us to appreciate the moment. It's good to ponder, but focus on it now. Make that a hot event and make that hot. So me doing this video with you, I'm embedding the moment for Christmas of 2024. December, month of December, encompasses things that I'm doing at the current moment. So right now I'm with you, and I'm going to enjoy every single moment currently. So that's just a little jewel of the day. I hope you like the shorts. The short that I just created. No, I'm not capping. It is counterfeit money, but it's a mind state of visualization. And so I'm just sharing a way where you could just get inspired on your own by maybe just holding it, or people test drive, people window shop. That's good, but don't do it for too long, okay? Because again, we're talking about the moment. Inspiration is good, motivation is good, vision boards are good, but let's talk about this status report, okay? This status report is going to say that this time I'm going to do this month I'm going to do this week I'm going to do this quarter I'm going to do this. Do that through the duration of the month. Now, enough talking. I don't want to, I'm not here for doing a bunch of talking. I'm here to give you a story time. This story time here is a true story time of myself and what happened within the past week. And I'm going to run down every single detail about what happened and how much of a miracle, just amazing things that happen if you wait and if you stay consistent. You will get and have a good ear. Have a good ear and always be alert. So I'll start off to say that I am a business owner. I'm a business owner in the state that I currently live in, and I sell clothing, I sell artwork. Okay, that's my gift. And so I maximize or try my best to maximize my gift and tell people about my gift. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, my website is biggartel.getrightwithhimline. There you'll see my t-shirts, my hats, which I'm wearing right now, and some sweaters and hoodies. Okay, so I'm a business owner. I've been running this business, Get Right With Him, for since 2020. Actually, correction, I fully established the business in 2020. I was way before selling shirts prior, but I want to be legit now. I'm a little older now. Let's do things the legit way. So almost 5 years ago, I created this line, and I created artwork under that umbrella. So in my state, there's something called property tax. Property tax is basically you telling your city and your state that this year I purchased X, Y, and Z. I purchased printers, I purchased laptop, I purchased machinery, anything that's tangible, personal property that's in your home. You have to claim, you have to announce it to the city. So even though you don't have anything, you haven't purchased anything, you still have to pay a fee. So, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. If you want to be the boss, you gotta pay. So you have to pay $300 per year in order to claim property tax. Now, we're not talking about state and federal. That can, like, if you make a certain amount of money for the state, you can claim zero. If you're under, I believe, $500, you can still claim zero. All right. But if you make anything more than that, you have to claim that on taxes, not your personal tax. I'm talking about business taxes. Okay. So when I moved to this state, I didn't have that issue before. When I lived in New York, I had a crew at the time. We were selling T-shirts, we were selling artwork, and we would pocket it or flip it because we were under that bracket of actually claiming monies for the business. So we would do vendors, we did artwork for people, we did custom T-shirts for people. What else we did? We went to street vending throughout New York City, throughout New York's the county areas, county and city areas, and we were just going in selling T-shirts. We didn't make that much money, as I told you before. If you were under $1,000, you didn't have to claim. So it's like we flipped, but we didn't really make that much. It was just, we were having fun. Okay, so now in this new state, you have to claim personal property tax. So I made a mistake due to life. I did not fully submit for 2002, 2003. No, correction. I didn't submit 2000. Yeah, you're right. I didn't submit 2002, I didn't submit 2003, and I didn't submit this year. So I must admit, I took advantage of time because you don't get penalized. You just have to do it. And if you don't do it under a certain period of time, there are consequences. What those consequences are, don't ask me. I don't want to know. I am a positive thinker and I am a grown man. So you handle business, I handle business. I don't like to hear about, that's why I don't have any credit cards. I don't like to be under anything. That's why, again, with Amazon, I don't like getting written up. I don't want to get that because I don't want anything. If you don't do XYZ, you will get. I just do the best I can. But I was a little delayed with submitting my taxes. I'll get to it. So at this particular moment, I must admit, or to be accountable, this was a part of me that I relaxed partially. And that was not good. So I'm going to explain what happened. So I knew I had to submit this work for 2002, 2003. But I didn't submit 2024 because I called them and I said, hey, if I claim and pay for, if I submit the paperwork for 2003, 2002, 2003, and 2004, do I still have to, can I dissolve the business or can I do something? Because, I'm not really generating that kind of money. So they said, yes, you have to be in what they call good standing. Good standing is just that. Your business is in good standing. Good standing means that if you ever want to have a loan, if you want to, pull out a loan for your business, or if you ever want to do business with another business partner, and they want to look up your file, they want to know that you're good. Like it's good credit, basically, for the state. So he informed me. He said, if you submit 2002, 2003 personal property taxes, and those are in good standing, you can dissolve the business. You can put it to a hold, or you don't have to take care of 2004 until the date that's given. And I believe the date given, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's April. You have to claim for a particular window of it's a window. I don't know the details because I don't have the paperwork in front of me. But if you're interested in growing a business and knowing a business, I would suggest you look into all of the things that United States of America needs from you, especially in a monetary form. So anyway, I was going to submit, and I said when I get to it, I'll get to it. But it's on my calendar. Like, I literally pulled out my calendar and said this is going to be. But I had so many issues. In other words, I was bad with time with money management. I would get to something, and then that would swipe that portion of money, and it went to something that was a necessity for something that I had to get done. It was like the personal property tax was almost like a petty cash envelope, and that's not good. It should have been an envelope strictly for the state. So anyway, time goes on. I submit my 2002, and then I was next to submit my 2003. So time goes on. I had about, I think for 2023, I think I had about $150 that I saved, but I still needed more. And as you already know, you can pull up hours from Amazon. So I would look and say, yeah, I'm going to work, but there was a certain period where there was no extra shifts. For November and let's say the beginning of November, let me see how did it go? Because I'm trying to explain that I couldn't submit my paperwork for 2003 personal property tax because they weren't giving extra shifts. I had a goal to have the monies for the peak season for gifts. I had it for other expenses that were more needed for other than personal property tax. So I guess now, again, accountability is important. I'm looking at myself now and saying that I didn't make this a priority, as you can hear. So I didn't make it a priority. I made other things a higher priority, but this one here, whatever monies was coming out, it was going towards something. I wasn't like balling out, and I don't buy candy and cookies and all that stuff. So I would say that yes, I was immature. I should have made an envelope where I was calculating, but I did. I had 120, but it just wasn't keeping up for the 300 for me to submit it. So anyway, time goes on. So I get a letter. In the mail. This is something they don't do, but they said the following. I actually was on my way to go to see my family this week and last week. No, this whole week, and partially I was leaving like Saturday. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday of last week, and this whole week I would plan to be off. So what I'm trying to say is Christmas, like basically I'm not working from Christmas on down until New Year's. I laid that out, that I was not working. I will see my family. Now follow me now, because there's some lessons here that I'm probably not pronouncing, but you can get it. So again, but right before I left, I received a letter from the state of Maryland talking about this personal property tax. They say Okay, Black Kojak. We just want to bring to your attention that 2003 and 2004 has not been submitted. You have until December the 30th to submit your personal property tax to be in good standing. If not, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember the details, but it wasn't nothing like a fine, but they were saying something that was not pleasing to my heart. It wasn't going down. And manhood wise, it was not a good feeling to say that you need to give something. If not, there's a penalty. That's childish to me. All right. Uh, so as time go on, I get this letter, and I'm looking for extra shifts, other than the shifts that I'm working of the 5 days. So I'm looking, and I'm on the phone, and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at extra shifts. I'm like, man, they're not giving out any extra shifts. Now I'm on my way to go out of town, but I'm willing to forget all of that and work some extra shifts so I can make up for working. So what happened was, let me see, what happened? So they sent me the letter. I'm looking for extra shifts because I took the days that I'm working, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that I already took those as vacation days. And I'm looking at that phone, and there's no extra days where I can just jump the gun and just work. If I worked, let's see, 2, 4, 6. If I worked 3 days, it would pay for my personal property tax. But nothing was coming up. I was tight. And mind you, I don't like to take out money that's already a part of my check. That's already aligned with something. It's already aligned. So I have my expenses, and then I have my savings account. And there's no petty cash. There's no such thing. I put a dollar on everything I earn. So we're not even looking at that. But for this day, I had to, because the 27th was coming up. And I was like, man, this is crazy. I don't want to pull from my actual check. And even like, now mind you, I even thought about, okay, well, I am working 2 extra days, but that wasn't the point. The point was that I have a dollar. There's a dollar name. There's a name on every dollar for even peak season. So I have every dollar for peak season on. So that's including Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That is for bills. We're getting extra money for bills. But I'm over here contradicting myself, because what did I do? When this 27th came, I was thinking about some stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't even make that much revenue on my clothing. Let me think of some other ideas. Let me get a Wisely card. Don't like that. Now, for those that don't know what a Wisely card is, that's in Amazon. It's called Anytime Pay. As a matter of fact, I did pick the envelope because that was the last thing I wanted to do, and the date was coming up. So I actually did walk into Human Resources, and I picked up a Wisely card, and I set up Amazon Pay. Okay, so I didn't want to bend, but I bend. I was like, I don't want to take it out, but it is true that I am working 2 extra days. So I'll get to the point in a minute. Just hold on with me now, because this is going to get real spicy. It's going to get real spicy. So basically, I pick up the card from Human Resources the second to last day that I work. So you could say that I picked up the Wisely card, let's say the week before Christmas week. I picked it up on, I think, Thursday, but I didn't touch it. And they said you can quit at any time. You don't have to take any time pay. You could sit it on your desk and let it rust. You could activate the card and you could deactivate it and just shred it, everything. But this here is just letting you know. So I did the whole ordeal. I activated the card. I did anytime pay, any intricate details to have anytime pay, I did. So I did that, and so I'm saying to myself, oh man, all right, so now I activated. How can this money, like what's behind it? What's the things to do behind the scenes to ensure that I will have money on not the Wisely card. I just wasn't feeling right about having another plastic. I wanted to use my debit cards, and because I don't do credit cards, we don't do credit cards over here. I was like, how can I transfer this to my debit card, so I can pay for this personal property tax? The paperwork was already done. I already laid it out. All it needed was payment for 2003 and 2004. So I was up at 2 in the morning because that's what us Amazon graveyard workers have. We have sleep deprivation. And I'm looking, and I had some bumps along the road in regards to the monies that were on my payroll to transfer onto the Wisely card. Again, the Wisely card is your anytime pay. You can pull it at any time. I don't like it. And even to this day, I shred it because I don't want that. I want to be a good steward of money, and I don't want to just pull out money. That's not. Everything is. There's an order in everything. When my money come in, it's either on hold or things got to go out to the bills. Every single bill gets something. Okay, you have this, you have that. Okay. The lights go with this, the lights go with that. Okay, you are the mortgage, whatever, you go with that. So that everything goes to where it needs to go. So I'm up at 2 in the morning working this transaction. The 28th, I think it was the morning of the 28th. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. All right, so finally the monies comes to my debit card. The Wisely card transferred to my personal debit card. So boom, the money is there. Biting my tongue, but hey, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. And I'm actually have pride to do this because this is in regards to business, and I'm a business owner. All right, a lot of people don't take risk, but I do. This is nothing to me. And I'm a man, I gotta do what I gotta do. So you know how that goes. You know when you have to do what you have to do, you just do it. You don't lax. You gotta do dishes, you have to do the dishes. Don't wait till the next day. You wanna be proficient. So I did it. And so the transaction was, the paperwork has been filled online, the entry, and then at the end you have to submit the payment. So once you submit the payment, I submit the payment for 2003, 2004. That's been submitted, and now I need to verify if I'm in good standing. Even right now as we speak, I have not seen that I'm in good standing. It shows that I've been forfeited. Now, if this doesn't change, then I'll have to make a phone call prayerfully Monday morning to find out what's going on. I don't remember what New Year's. I would call them on Monday if there's someone available to say, okay, I did what I had to do. How long can my name be in good standing? So currently it says forfeited. All right. So right now I paid the money. I feel good, but I don't feel good. But thank God I have a job because I paid for that. So it comes in, and I have like I have in my heart, I just felt like, number one, I shouldn't have let it wait this long. That's not a part of adulthood. That's not responsible. And number two, um, I got to make it up. I have to make that up. The the $600 the $600 that I spent, I have to make that quick. So soon as I submit that next morning, like I said, I was up at 2 in the morning. But later on that morning, I'm on that phone. I'm looking for some hours. I know this is my vacation, but I need them hours. I'm over here scratching. I'm thinking about what kind of t-shirts I can make. How can I sell this hat? How can I make more hats? I'm like, I don't like this feeling. I need to do something. You gotta show me something. God, show me some hours. Show me some hours. My black behind will be out of this state, and I will be going home to work. So I was, uncomfortable until I went on the phone and looked for some hours, because I said, I know, and you know that we know that she know that everyone is on vacation from Christmas after. Why? Because they save up their they save up their PTO, or they're using their UPT, and no one wants to go to work after Christmas. It's like working on Thanksgiving night, which I actually did, but it's like working Thanksgiving night. But that's when you go up. You go up because no one's there, and you're getting all of that money. I'm not even going to tell you how much they're going to give me to go to work tomorrow. And tomorrow is actually, what is today? Tomorrow is Monday. So, look, just a sidebar. If you're home and you're working after Christmas, before New Year's, you go up. You going up. Trust me, your money it go up. So salute to you and salute to me. So as I'm talking right now, so it's 2 days after Christmas, and so I'm looking. I'm like, so lo and behold, something pops up. Day shift, 2 day shifts. Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. No pay premium, but Saturday and Sunday, day shift. Never worked a day shift. Have I worked day shift before? Like once, but I don't give a hoot. I'm working this day shift. I'm going to get right. So I get right, and I'm going, and I made that. Was it 280? So I did 280. I'm good. Oh, by the way, so here's the process of what I did. Once I went on my computer, once I went on the phone, hit submit. Boom, boom. I'm in Virginia. I got to go back out of town. I got to go back home. I took a Greyhound. I took a Greyhound, and I took on it, and I went right there, and I'm going to say I'll be at work at 7 in the morning at Amazon. Sure enough, ain't mess up not one dribble, did not mess up one blessing. I went to work on time. I got to the money, and I worked Amnesty because it's a piece of cake. I'm working Amnesty. I'm not going. It's a work, indirect role. Work indirect role. You will love to go to work. So basically, I got on the Greyhound. I got home at 9 o'clock. About 10 o'clock, I went to sleep. Next day, I was out of there. I went to work that Saturday. Fantastic experience. Met some new staff from the day shift. Didn't know. I asked them, what's your order here? What's your shift? What's your hours that you take your breaks? This and that. I get in that place, mind my own business, do what I do, and I'll go home. Different experience, but I like it. I get adjusted to anything. Right? I make anything a party, because that's what it's about. If it's not a good experience, then learn from it. But if it's a good experience, have a party, go hard, go up it. So anyway, So I worked that. So I made 280. I'm like, okay, I got this 280. Now I'm working Sunday now. I'm working Sunday. So, again, I'm setting my mind is ready. I'm getting the day prepared for the next day. I get up at 5 o'clock, do my devotions, do my reading, do my praying. I'm ready to rock and roll. It's Sunday. Sunday come around, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm working the shift. So Saturday's crew and Saturday's manager is not the same as the Sunday. Sunday is a whole new facelift because that's the work from. Well, actually, that's a different shift as well. They're not even Monday to Wednesday. It was like a new face. So I don't understand that, but I'm not gonna figure that out while I'm with you guys. I'll figure that out on my personal time. So as you can see, you see how this. I'm not even getting to the main to the ending of this piece here. So I gave you the beginning, I gave you the middle. Now here's the conclusion. So I just worked today, and turned in my work. Told the superiors, it's a great pleasure working with you. She said, likewise. We're going to get into that story. I'm going to give you a storyline of that. That's going to be a story also, because that was an interesting experience. But I signed off, went home, signed off, I signed off, turned in all my supplies, turned in all my equipment, get ready to go to clock out. So I had about 5 minutes I had 5 minutes of open time before I clocked out. So I look at my phone and I'm seeing an alert from Amazon. Alert from Amazon. Open up the alert. 2 shifts. Premium. 2 shifts premium? How much are you talking? 2 shifts premium. No, not 280. 325. So hold on a second. So now I'm starting to calculate this on how God works. Because, okay, so the first day, okay, I made the money for personal property tax, right? Second day, as we already know based off the mathematics, I made 280, that Saturday. Now I'm working Sunday. Of course, I went over, so I made what? I made it. Wait, 816. So I made $360. Is that right? No, that's not right. $460, if my math corrects me. I made double. I made more than what personal property tax asked of me. Now, since I'm in town, I'm fully accessible. Now, I put pleasure to the side because I had my pleasure when I was during Christmas. I had a ball, but now I'm like, okay, well, I'm already in town. I'm looking at, like I said, that Sunday. I'm looking premium Monday, $308 versus the $208 you get. So you mean to tell me? So wait a minute, God. You mean to tell me that not only am I gonna cover my personal property tax, but I'm doing over? That's the end. I'm done. That's the end of the story, y'all. The end of the story. I mean, it went up. I don't know what to tell you. And if you just a sidebar, if you have a boyfriend, or if you're looking for a boyfriend, or if you know females, if you know a guy that works at Amazon, the week after Christmas, I think you need to holler at. I think you need to have a conversation with him. I think you need to bond with him. I think you need to court him, because us Amazon people, we going up. We going up. Those that are in town, those that are on vacation, versus those that are not on vacation, we getting to the bread. So that's really all I have for this this story time, is that, you know, I was asking for funds, and not to mention what I'm selling is very inspirational. It's very positive. Okay, it's very inspiring. This is the first model I have, and it's showing my city, but it also shows Jesus saves, and also says great Savior. So if you can see that there, it says great Savior and Jesus saves. Now, if you want to know about how you can get a hat, it's on Get Right With Him line.bigcartel.com, or just give me a comment and, you know, give me your size and we can talk. We can have a conversation. But that's it. That's really what I wanted to get to the point of, is, you know, count your blessings. I mean, you don't have to have a denomination, but just appreciate the blessings that you receive, and give respect where respect is due. Not only for God, but for the place you work. I mean, what places you got to be a hustler too, but what place do you have that don't give you opportunity to work, but not only that, give you extra because other people are not working? I'm speechless. So that's the story time. Thank you for letting me share. More to come. Actually, I have a story time that's coming up very soon before I forget the details, but it's pertaining to the days that I worked. And just keep on going. Don't stop. Just take care of your body, stretch. I'm also going to do fitness videos, and take it easy.